Hello and welcome to the Illuminating Crossroads community. My name is Lisette, and today we are going to be doing a month ahead intuitive reading for the month of November. So wherever you're at, I'll just invite you to get nice and comfy. Maybe grab a journal or a notebook so you can take any notes for anything that might ping to you or that you want to hold on to as you move forward within this beautiful month ahead. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the tarot and just see what is the overall energy for this month ahead of November 2024. Alright, so we have the High Priestess here. So this is definitely a month where you're being called to really tap into almost like balancing both spheres of the mind. So really carrying with you all of the medicine that came from Libra season and tapping more into your intuition, into the subconscious mind, and also noticing what fruits have ripened and what is ready to be harvested within your life. And for some reason, the little pomegranates in the background are just really making me think of gratitude too, which I feel like is really fitting for the month of November because we do have Thanksgiving in the States. So that is definitely something that is coming through. So allowing this month ahead to be one that is leaning more into gratitude and also trusting when you feel called to move, when you feel called to be within stillness. So we do have the Queen of Cups here in reverse. So within this month ahead, this could also be you or just someone you're dealing with in life. But Queen of Cups coming out in reverse is kind of showing almost this, like, I don't know why I want to say missing the mark in emotional maturity or just like emotional intelligence, or being stubborn. I'm feeling a really strong, stubborn essence. And it's almost like using, be it you or someone else, there could be use of the emotional body in a way that is causing like do you want to say like guilt or shame to self or other. So just being sure within this month ahead that you're not allowing for the emotions to take the lead or the charge within your life. So allowing yourself to fully experience whatever is arising to the surface, but inviting yourself to find flow, to let go, to not hold or grip so tightly to try and control things, and to just allow yourself to flow like water and to tap into that essence of what it means to trust the intuition and your own higher wisdom that wants to come through at this time, and to honor the season. So, and then we do have here Six of Wands. So Six of Wands is generally like celebration. Something has been achieved. There's forward movement. There's like community. So there could be something that you are celebrating this month ahead. So I know we will be in Scorpio season, so if you are a Scorpio, happy birthday! And as well as if you're a Sagittarius, because your birthday will be towards the end of the month, happy birthday as well. So, but this is showing that how do I want to say? So this is showing that if you allow yourself to flow with your intuition and to not block any emotions that are coming through, or really I'm like hearing lessons, right? Lessons that are trying to show you where there's space and room to mature and to grow so that you can move forward, and also that you can deepen your connections with others, because I'm really focusing on these people in the background, and it has that essence of community, so really bridging what it means to allow also for others to be more intimate within your life. So to have like deeper connections, to not be short or so like barricaded within your own walls, to where you're not allowing yourself to enjoy the life that you have been cultivating for yourself. So let's see if there's any other tarot cards that want to come through for just general overall energy for the month of November. And then I don't, maybe because I'm looking at the pillars, but I also just heard like not treating everything as like black and white, and allowing the in between to exist of whatever you are experiencing. So knowing it doesn't have to be like this or that type of deal. It could be this and that. Okay. All right, so beautiful cards to come out. So we do have the Ace of Cups here. So the Ace of Cups, especially coming out underneath the High Priestess, and since we do have that Queen of Cups up above, this month ahead of November is like coming back to that emotional maturity. There's being handed an invitation to almost like be friends with your emotion is the feeling that I'm getting. So, and allowing for a cultivating of the emotions that really nourish you. So to not to deny any emotions, like let's say if I think I said something about like shame or guilt, if anything like that arises, be it you making someone feel that way and then say they communicate it to you, and then you feel guilty yourself of like honoring the experience of that. But then what does it mean to lean into what it means to find renewal and to cleanse those fragments of either guilt, shame, or I'm feeling a little bit of anger as well, or like frustration, and to allow yourself to be given a full invitation to almost create new streams within your consciousness, to find a new way to connect with your emotional body, to find feelings that make you feel more within gratitude, more abundant, and more renewed and at peace. All right, and then we do have a Queen of Wands here. It is upright. And I think it's really interesting. We have two queens here, and I do kind of feel like these are more an aspect or representation of you within your life, but again, it could represent someone else or that you may be interacting with in this month ahead. But this to me is making me think that if you are moving through the month and you're leaning so heavily within the elemental of water, there could be almost this submerging of like there needs not needs, but it would be supportive to almost invoke this fire elemental. So there could be clarity on actually like what's the passion, what's the desire, what is it that you want. So then there can be a clear emotional pathway to bridge that desire into the physical reality. This Queen of Wands is also making me think of like, what does it mean to allow your inner child to be a support to you now, as opposed to like your inner child causing internal havoc because you're denying awareness of what is rising to the surface of the inner child. And I only say that because the little sunflower made me think of inner child, and then the little I think it's a cherub down there. It was making me almost like, when I look at it, it almost looks like a trickster energy. So, but it's almost like that. Well, this trickster energy could be an essence of your inner child that is actually just wanting some recognition and to just be loved. All right, and then we have here the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So there could be within the month of November a, how do I want to say it? Like there could be I don't want to say a lack of inspiration, but how do I say this? There could be like distractions in the month of November, especially just thinking, holiday seasons are coming up. So I'm just hearing to stay dedicated to what you're working on and to not get lazy, and to keep working on what it is, like let's say projects. And of course pentacles are more materialistic things, so thinking if you have like a business project, or if you have a business, or just like staying and keeping up with things, even with all the other components of life, because it's almost like there is this like, I'm seeing like a present. So it's almost like there's this gift that will be given if you keep continuing to work on whatever it is that you feel inspired to work on, even though if you might be a little bit tired. It's like, well, what does it mean to just at least spend like 10 minutes of the day working on this project that you're actually really passionate about? So thinking of that Queen of Wands again, and keep moving forward, so then there can be this celebration. And then if you are feeling like you are overworking, you're uninspired, and there's an invitation to also like reevaluate, is what you're working on actually taking you forward within a way that you actually want to experience life, or a way that you want to live. Like, are you actually being surrounded by like that loving community? Are you inviting yourself to be within spaces that are nourishing to you, that are bringing this essence of renewal? Are you allowing yourself to really trust your intuition, and where you feel called to go, what you feel called to do, type deal? All right, so we're gonna see what are some like challenges that may arise. I feel like we kind of talked about it, but we're going to look at the Archetypes Oracle deck just to see. So we're going to see what are some like challenging archetypes that might be present during this month. Okay. I'm like, I don't even know if I know how to say that word. But it says dilettante. Sorry if I butchered it, but the shadow attribute says pretension, too much deeper knowledge than you actually possess. And then light attributes delights in the arts without having to be a professional, alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. Okay, and then let's see if we could just get one more, and then we'll talk about the card. Okay, oh, we got two. Okay, so let's see what came out. We have Liberator. So it says the shadow attributes are imposing your own tyranny over those you claim to liberate, ignoring legitimate constraints. And then light attributes, freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns. And then we also have Teacher. So we have light attribute, ability to communicate knowledge, experience, or wisdom. And then shadow attributes, manipulating or abusing students, teaching negative traits, and destructive skills. So with this, I'm like, sorry, let me rearrange the cards a little bit. So with this, this word that I don't know if I'm saying right, the dilettante, maybe that's what it is, dilettante. I feel like that sounds right. Okay, anyways, but I do think I was mentioning like shallow or like superficial relationships, but I do think it is very interesting in regards to thinking of professionalism, especially since we were talking about like work and stuff here. So I do think that this is kind of speaking towards like some of the challenges that may be experienced could have to deal with like almost feeling like you have to put up a show or a front of knowing a lot or knowing it all, and just knowing that that's not the case. Like with the essence of the Queen of Wands, there's a level of confidence, but there's also an awareness of like with the Queens of or in this just maturity essence of like knowing, like honoring like what it's okay to not know something, and it's also okay to do things for pure enjoyment of them, and you don't have to be a professional. So especially because I'm just like looking at the art here, and then there's the book and then the flowers. So maybe, oh, and even it looks like cooking. So maybe these are some hobbies or some things that you enjoy doing, and how can you allow yourself to actually do things of what you're enjoying. So enjoying the process of whatever it is. So watercolor painting is what this is making me, or acrylic painting is a thing that you could be doing in November, maybe working in the garden or reading more books or cooking more at home. And then here for the Liberator, this as a challenge, just honoring, I feel like coming back to that like emotional emotional friction or just barriers that may be met within the month of like, what does it mean to like honor that the way in which you've been operating isn't working, or even to speak to someone with love and compassion and to let them know like if they do hurt your feelings, or maybe if you're noticing something and it's really bothering you, because it's affecting you too. So how can you invite more liberation to self and others to let go of these like negative thought patterns that may arise? So really purifying the mind, emotional body, and knowing that like if you do meet a challenge where there is a lot of restrictions or what have you in whatever type of situation, how can you honor like an understanding towards what is taking place and allow yourself to speak from a place that is of love, and to not just let whatever predominant emotions to be the one that is speaking. So to be centered and grounded as you navigate any of the challenges that may arise. So, and then with the teacher, I'm just thinking, this is kind of making me think of the Queen's energy here. So just being sure if you are sharing things, or even if you're working with a teacher, just honoring, like, again, like, what is your expertise? What is your knowledge, your experience, skill level? What wisdom do you have that you can share organically? I'm almost feeling from experience. For some reason, experience is really being emphasized. And just also doing your due diligence if you are working with a teacher or looking for a mentor. How can you like do a little bit of research to see like what is their background, what skills do they have, what experience do they have within whatever it is that you're wanting mentorship or teachings within. All right, and then let's see, we're gonna see what are gifts or wisdom you may receive within this month. So we're gonna look at the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. All right, so we have Druid, hold the space. So with this card coming out, it did make me, I just felt like some gifts or like the ancestors are holding space for you as you may be navigating some dismantling of deeper belief systems and even working through releasing some emotional blockages. Let's see what else might be appearing. Okay, then we have take note of intuitive messages. So that really fits well with the High Priestess card that came up. So if you do work with the lunar cycles, there could be some gifts that are coming through. This is making me think of the full moon. So I believe the full moon is November 15th, and it's going to be a full moon in Taurus. So if you follow the lunar cycles, maybe specifically at the time of the full moon, because that's what I'm being more drawn to, but of course trust your intuition and see what you feel more pulled to. It just feels like there could be a lot funneling in or coming down your channel of thought or speech or in writing or what have you. And it could also be gifts of sorry that I don't know why my phone is going crazy all of a sudden, sorry. Okay, and it could also be gifts of intuitive messages from the ancestors as well. Is something else that wanted to come through. So let's see if we can get one more card from the Ancestors and Angels Oracle deck. And then I am just hearing in this month of November as well, like trust the timing of things. So don't feel rushed within this month. Okay. And then we have mountains, stand your ground. Beautiful. So I do think, and I feel that this is kind of speaking towards, I think I had just said, like, if you are, like, when you are communicating with whomever, like, being sure to be grounded and centered when you are speaking. And the flame is like flickering intensely. Cool. So when you are if you are navigating any challenges, I will say, because hopefully, you can move through this month with ease, but challenges do occur, so we can evolve and learn more. I will just say that it's like honoring your truth and being firm within your foundation is really key this month, so that you're not being swayed in another way. But that doesn't mean to not have open-mindedness. It just means to be aware of like, what is your truth? What is your foundational structure within your beliefs, or how you go about the routine of your day, or it's like being aware and being grounded within who you are as you are interacting with others, so that it's like there's not this sweeping away or this like quickness of like going down this like turbulent river, as an example of an emotion that is sweeping you away from your groundedness within your foundation. Okay, and then next we're going to pull some cards from the Rose Oracle deck to just see if there's any other additional messages for this month of November. So we'll ask the Rose Spirit if there's any additional messages for the month of November, just some supportive guidance to hold with you as you continue in this month ahead. Okay. All right, I'll get one more and then I'll fix the cards. Alright, let's see. Feel this one. Okay. So, beautiful. Alright. So we have here, the first card that came out was the Reunion, Soul Recognition, Collaboration, Partnership, and Friendship. That's really beautiful. Especially thinking of those people in the back of the Six of Wands, and we were talking about like community earlier. So this month is bringing about a moment, or moments we should say, because it kind of getting drawn back to that like abundance, like being sure to recognize the abundance of what is being given to you within this month. So allowing yourself to be seen, especially at a soul level. So it's allowing the fullness of who you are in your light to be recognized, and allowing yourself to maybe be open to the idea, especially thinking of the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, of like, if you were feeling uninspired, or if you feel like there's so much work, and you're feeling blocked, what would it mean to collaborate with another, or to form a partnership, or to seek counsel from friends and to have support? All right, sorry about that. I had to start the recording over again, so I'm not quite sure where I left off, but essentially, if you are more into, let's say, the mystical experiences of working with like your guides, and even like exploring different dimensions and such like that, I felt called to say that there could be this deeper reunion with guides that have been supporting you for like many lives in this human incarnation, and it might come to your conscious awareness within this month ahead, and you might be able to form a deeper connection, a deeper friendship with these friends or guides of yours that have been with you for a long time. So also, the other card that came out is healing is happening, so you're not broken. Trust the process. It's safe to soften. Yeah. All right. So really just extending extra compassion and grace to yourself to know, like I believe we kind of said earlier, like don't feel forced, forced to take action, so, or feel like you're not doing enough. Like trusting how things are unfolding and knowing that like if you can find more softness, you can slow down a bit more and allow yourself to find continued equilibrium, because equilibrium is something that we're striving for in each moment. So things are constantly changing, so we're constantly shuffling and rearranging things so that we can find full nourishment within all aspects of our lives. And then we're just gonna get some closing cards from the Crystal Devas. So if you did tune in until this part, I just want to say thank you. I do hope that it's been supportive, and I'm honored to share and do this reading for you. All right, so let's see some closing messages and crystals that you can work with. So we have calcite, relaxation. All right, and then we have, I'm like, that looks like orange or honey calcite. Might be a honey calcite, but honestly you can work with any type of calcite. They're all pretty relaxing. And then of course if you want to add a little extra intention, you can use colors and match them with energy centers you may be working with. And then we have petrified wood for ancestors. Yeah, I feel like if you enjoy doing rituals or ceremonies, almost doing an offering to your ancestors and showing gratitude for them at this time within the month of November will be really supportive of just deepening your connection with them and knowing that they are holding space for you as you are finding deeper healing at this time. So they're very, very, very present, and they want you to know that. All right. Especially, I'm feeling called to say like a grandmother or a passed on loved one from your mother's side. And then we have here aquamarine, communication. And then we'll get one more. All right, and then we have diabetes, heart healing. All right, so I feel like these are kind of straightforward, but yeah, so to wrap it up in this month of November, just allowing yourself to invite more relaxation and trust in the process that's unfolding, and allow yourself to clearly communicate your needs, how you're feeling, but to do so from a place that is, I don't want to say aware, but from a place that is the groundedness, that you're grounded as you do that. So really taking some deep breaths, maybe even deepening your meditation practice this month if that's something you do, or maybe starting a meditation practice, or like whatever it may be it sitting down and practicing mindfulness or going for walks or journaling. Maybe even starting up a gratitude journal might be supportive at this time, so that there's not so much overemphasis on what isn't working, but to come into understanding like what does it mean to just tap into more of the perception of what is working for you, what can you celebrate, where have you found healing, and how have you found deeper connections within your life? How have you invited yourself to connect with your ancestors? How have you allowed yourself to trust the process? How have you allowed yourself to trust your intuition more? How have you invited yourself to have healthy boundaries? And how have you allowed yourself to find renewal in each moment? So just some food for thoughts if you're into journaling. So, but yeah, I think that's everything. So if you stayed until the end of this reading, thank you so much. I would love if you let me know if this resonated with you down below in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. And if you'd like to subscribe and join the Illuminating Crossroads community, we would love to have you. And I hope you have a beautiful month ahead. More videos will be coming out soon, and if you ever want to have some additional support along your healing journey, I do offer one-on-one sessions. I do Reiki healing and astrology readings, more intuitive astrology to support with honoring your cycles and finding deeper healing with where you're at. And I also offer sound healing as well. So with all that being said, I look forward until our paths cross again, sending you much love and many blessings. Until next time, we'll seal this space with divine love, light, and wisdom. We are complete.